How many of you have seen this? No one? So this is a short story. Justin and Sina are working with the BASS advocates in your buildings. And they thought by now that they would be doing assessment stuff. But the prerequisite to good assessment are good outcomes. And they have not been able to move into assessment because there is not enough capacity in the understanding of good outcomes. So I want you to understand this is happening. So they put together this piece, and there should be another line right here. You can see it. I don't know why it disappeared. I can't answer that. But they put this together. Your BASS advocates have seen it. Dana and I put a different one together that we like better. It's more colorful, and that's what happens when you have the assessment people versus the teaching people. But what they're trying to show here is that these are like enduring understandings, and then there are, say, in this particular course, 4 world-class outcomes underneath those enduring understandings that compose 4 different units of varying lengths. So they're trying to show this big picture of planning, that you don't just plan one unit in isolation, although right now we'd kind of take that because that would be a success. And then down here at the bottom is the way that the assessment works. So you watch them, they have this cycle going where you cycle through formative, interim, and summative assessments and then adjust your supports as necessary according to your formative and interim data. I just wanted you to see this because your BASS advocates have seen it. Michelle?
Just to double check, you said the global contexts are the enduring understanding.
Yes.
And world-class outcomes would be where you build essential questions.
Right. World-class outcomes are those big outcomes in the GVC. Okay. And then they have the units underneath. And I think this was supposed to be like a quarter or a semester, so to give an idea. And then they have this spiraling piece. So your BASS advocates have seen this and are working on this. Dana has another one that's similar, only she actually puts content in it, so it doesn't say global context. It actually has an enduring understanding, and then it has the pieces and parts. But this is back to that ride a bike, pedal, steer, balance, but your formative assessment is on riding a bike. It's not on pedaling. And your interim assessment is on riding a bike. It's not on steering. And your summative assessment is on riding a bike. And that's what this is trying to show too. Okay, how many of you brought the lesson from last time? If you didn't, they are posted on Edmodo. And Kiffany is here to help you if you need help with that. Let's hope the internet works after that first conversation. If not, I'm going to text Dwight. Okay, so what we're going to do is this. We want you to plan a lesson. No, I apologize. What we're going to do is use the lesson you were given last time. One is monster pens if you're elementary. Do you remember this? Monster pen techniques. It's posted on Edmodo if you didn't bring it. And if you're secondary, it was on citizenship. If you're secondary, it was on citizenship. If you were elementary, it was monster pen techniques. What you're going to do is you're going to partner with one other person at your table. One of you is the teacher. One of you is the principal. You're going to prepare a conference with the teacher. The 2 of you will be both principals during the preparation. And then you'll plan a conference with the teacher. And the 2 of you will sit down and have the conference. Here's the rubric. I'm not going to read it to you because I know you can all read. But you'll see that in effective, which is probably what we're shooting for here mostly, that you will address all of 1.1, 1.2, 3, 4, and 5 in the conference. Each element of Standard 1 regarding the unit you're reviewing. And you're obviously going to celebrate the good things and coach the teacher forward toward an appropriate growth opportunity, and then you're going to set your expectations for the future and couple that with support. That's effective. If you read World Class, you'll see that that's a leader who facilitates a conversation where the teacher actually comes to her own conclusions. She says, you know, after our conversation, I don't think I was quite there. I think I need some work on X or Y. So that's kind of the world-class place where you ask the right questions, you coach that person forward, but it's not you coming in and saying, this is what you did well and this is where you failed. It's the teacher saying, geez, given our conversation, Tony, this is what I'm feeling like. Maybe I could have done better. Maybe I need more work on this sort of GVC or whatever. And then finally, the teacher initiates a plan for her own improvement supported by the principal. So that's the world-class piece. I kind of gave you the overview of the effective piece. We're actually going to give the people that go in front of the whole group feedback against this rubric today. So if you are the brave souls who go in front of the group and model this for them, for everyone, and let us pick on you a little bit and say, you did this well, and what about that? We will give you immediate feedback just to you against this rubric. So risk and reward. Carmen?
I'm sorry, I took emerging ethics and now I know why I asked this kind of question. I need to back up a little bit. Is this rubric one that will be part of our duty? So when an evaluator comes in and works with us, will we use this or is there something?
You beat me to it, Carmen. I was about to get to that. This will not be used in your evaluation. This has nothing to do with your evaluation. This is a training opportunity and nothing more.
But is this document going to be used? Is it part of the lead that's going to be rolled out?
It could be. Okay? It could be. We haven't gotten that far. We have some work to do. Huh. No, and I think that's a good point. I think that's a good point. So, it very well could be. Right, it's not, yeah. So, we didn't even put in effective up there because we don't think any of you are going to even need that rubric. So, partially effective up to world class. Partner with one other person, really plan this up, and we'll have some people do it for the group, and we'll give you feedback on this. Any questions? So this is about your ability to evaluate the stage 1, standard 1 against site and have the conference. Okay.